Okay, so this next video is going to be about movement and immunity frames, things that you can do to cheese movement and just have some goofy fun in Space Marine 2. Wiggling a lot of the inputs and just moving your sticks back and forth. I'm playing on console here on PS5. You can kind of like skate around. You can also use this to like slide around corners. It's not really anything that you can use in combat, it's just a goofy way of moving around in lobbies and stuff. You can dash omnidirectional with any class, and it qualifies as an immunity frame. Any hit or any animation through an enemy will just go straight through you. You won't be knocked down, pushed, or anything for it. And you'll get a gun strike to follow it, which is when you see that little crosshair marker on your screen. And you can pull your fire button, and you'll automatically snap to and fire on a target. If you mess up the inputs or mashing a little too hard, you'll also get a but you can use dashing in multiple locations to reposition, remove around the map. Backdashing essentially lets you reposition your camera and free aim a little faster than it would be from just free aiming from just having your gun at your waist. You can combine some of the movement tech with with heavy punches from any of the melee weapons, and they usually extend the range that you can move. You can use some of the heavy punches to do a dash into a heavy punch with the power fist here, and just hit targets with a heavy knockdown or a heavy movement, which will knock them off their feet, make them unable to block you or break through blocks. You can do attacks like this with most of the weapons. I know the power sword doesn't impale, that can knock people off balance. The axe has like riposte and things that aren't necessarily off of dashes, but you can dash backwards or forwards to perform any of these special attacks to close more ground or engage upon a target a little faster. Those same movements can also be used in conjunction with blocks and parries to move you out of the way of hits that should have hit you, or also keep you safe when you're surrounded by enemies. All of the shots here and in the subsequent backstepping video are with the Bulwark class, but every class has the ability to perform these different immunity frames. It's easier with the Assault, the class that has the jetpack. You can do jetpack dodges, and if you have a certain build with that, you can get better gun strikes and better damage off of that, and usually quicker recharges. Here, the Bulwark, you can use immunity frames to not only dash around and make yourself safe with movement, but you can immunity frame into a block. Use that to close ground or rebuild up your shield off of blocking incoming range attacks or melee hits, and then use that to do the force block shield to knock people back. And you can also do a chain where you just continuously do the shield bash, cancel into itself effectively, which I will be making another video on that later as well. Using movement in conjunction with your blocks, or based upon what style of weapon you're using, whether balanced or fencing or blocking, I believe is the final one, which is the one I'm using here, where you get the shiny fist that knocks back at enemies. But using those in conjunction with your storm shield to block range just allows you to move around, be incredibly safe, not take a lot of damage. You really don't care about HP too much in Space Marine, since your armor is regenerative. You care more about your functional armor than your health. But with using these movement abilities and blocking properly with your weapons, just learning the timings against enemy types, and using your storm shield to gap anybody who's just peppering you with range, just allows you to absorb so much damage and be alive for so long. Especially as the Bulwark class. So it's just incredibly effective when you're with your groups, or even especially by yourself. The immunity frames from doing omnidirectional dashes don't just immune you from the initial instance of damage, it's until you reset your animation by replanting your feet into your base standing position, so for that entire time you're not taking damage. So even when you're stepping on barbs or stepping in like barb traps or on acid, you'll still be fine until you replant your feet, and then you'll start taking armor damage or health damage, whichever one you are taking respectively. It will also allow you to dash through any direction through a sniper shot of any variant, so it doesn't matter if it's Tyranids or the Thousand Suns. Any sniper, it will allow you to just walk through it. It also will allow you to walk through the Plasma Bolt from the Hellbrute, but the field that the Plasma Bolt leaves on the floor, you will burn from that damage once you land, so it's better to just dash out of the way of it anyway. That is pretty much it here with my how-to on movement. I was just wanted to make this to show like different things that you can do as far as movement, little janky things you can do with movement and space moving too. I have a more in-depth guide on specifically just backstabbing, or dashing backwards using your immunity frame dash backwards, and how that helps you be able to re-aim and refire faster and quicker. That video also is with the Bulwark, but I can make another one with the sniper class. Actually, I will be doing so as well, because there's a lot of cloak cancels and firing cancels that you can do with that class, and firing from stealth that is just really, really fun and really interesting to do. That comes, and a lot of it comes from just that backstepping motion that I'm using here. But that's pretty much it for this one. The rest of this is going to be just clips, more clips of the same. I really appreciate you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one.
Arrogance and ambition.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that backstepping video specifically for the sniper class, the heavy class, and the assault. There's just some unique mechanics that each one of those three classes get respectively with just dashing backwards. So I'll go ahead and make that video as well and have it linked and attached to this one, along with the backstepping specifically for bosses and as a bull.
Fresh magazine. Fire on those lines.
can use your dashes and your omnidirectional movement with holding the chalice to do a kick maneuver after landing or after dashing. You can use that to displace any of the enemies. It's based upon where your character is facing, not where your camera is, so you can roll past things, and as long as you switch to turn back to facing them, you can just kick them right in their shit and they'll be fine and knock them around the map. The double stomps also knock enemies off of moves that they're doing. Anything other than red attacks, you'll displace most things around you. And since it's a decent sized AoE, it will knock back a good amount of the targets around you. You can just get free executes off of them.
Whatever foul entity intimidates me, Astartes its heart.
Holding the chalice actually changes your moveset from your base moveset to whatever your class is to the heavy stomps that usually the heavy has. You can do alternating heavy stomps and knock people off balance off target. It usually will knock anybody back that isn't doing a red attack or something that is immune from knockback, but for the most part you can move pretty much anybody with these stomps. The next two videos that I'll be working on will be on the cloak canceling for the sniper and some janky jetpack stuff with the assault class. I'll have those out here probably in the next few days.